This is the Woke Socialist Podcast, and everything that is going on in America right now is all about pussy and money. Let me make this clear before we get started. Please like and subscribe to this video. I don't care if you do, and you won't, but this is the only flag that I care about. Not your bullshit, not your podcast, not click views. I care about the truth. We are woke, we are socialist, and we are not falling for the okie doke. Now let me say this. In memory of the woman in Minneapolis who was executed by ICE. We, including Democrats, worry more what people think of us dead than we do by defending the living. When I say that, what I mean is this. Peacefully protest so that you can get your head blown off. So that Democratic elected officials can win the next election. We don't need to stand up and be violent, because we are going to be looked upon as terrorists and insurrectionists in a country where 600 insurrectionists were pardoned by the fascists that occupies the White House. I will never cease to repeat these names. If you get tired, you are welcome to unsubscribe or not subscribe. But what you need to do right now is get real, get woke, and get the fuck out of my backyard. Because in the state of Maryland, you are not welcome. Medgar Evers, Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin, Fred Hampton, Tyree Nichols, James Chaney, Oscar Grant, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Sandra Bland, Emmett Till, Eric Gardner, Sonia Massey, George Floyd, James Lionel Johnson, William Boson, Hartford, Connecticut, 2025, Christian Black, Dayton, Ohio, 2025. Tasha Grant, Cleveland, Ohio, 2025. Rashad Johnson, Aurora, Colorado, 2022. Marco Dorsey, Jefferson, Kentucky, 2025. Heather Heyer, 2025 or so. Charles Adair, Kansas City, Kansas, 2025. Rajon Stubberford, Aaron, Colorado, 2025. Renee Good, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 2026. John Brown, the first to die in the Civil War. We don't need another hanging of John Brown. The woke socialists volunteer for it. As Congress continues to placate to Donald Trump and do nothing, we stand here with our flag in the state of America, in the state of Maryland, ready to rise up We are done with you. You will not have our vote. And we invite all blue states that have experienced taxation without representation to join us. California, New York, Maryland. Everybody needs to band together. There is no law enforcement that is going to protect you against fascism after the death of Miss Good. Only we can protect ourselves. And we cannot relent to social media, corporate media, or any member of Congress who asks us to lie down and be killed in the streets of the cities where we paid taxes and bought land in the name of peace. On this day, after the death of Mrs. Good, we acknowledge that the United States of America, including the Supreme Court and both members of Congress, have declared war on American citizens. That being said, we are going to follow the good leaders, the real leaders, and the real resistance by doing everything that is necessary to preserve this democracy. Militias will be formed. Militias will protect American citizens against this fascist regime. This starts with this flag right here in the same state that formed the Underground Railroad. Let me be clear. White people throughout history have been perpetually inferior in their ability to do anything other than talk shit. This is precisely why blacks, Native Americans, and other people have been recruited to fight the American wars. This is no more. On Martin Luther King's birthday, every black American who is a member of the United States military will stand down, because they are now obeying lawful orders. Mark Kelly and all those people that told you what you need to do need to be adhered to. But if you don't, that's okay. The Secret Service belongs to Donald Trump, but it doesn't belong to us. Now you are the enemy. And anyone who continues to placate and reach across the aisles is done with us. The Socialist Party is growing by millions per day. If you don't believe me, all you have to do is walk out on any street in America. Polls mean nothing. but this means something. This is what we see when we see America. And for crusty ass white people to get on CNN and MSNBC and tell us we need to peacefully protest, let me remind you of a man named Isaac Woodard. And this pisses me off that I still have to remind you dipshits of this. You should have remembered John Lewis, but you don't. You don't. Keep his name out of your motherfucking mouths because you don't deserve to speak it. Isaac Woodard Jr., March 18th, 1919 to September 23rd, 1992, was an American soldier and victim of racial violence. An African-American World War II veteran. On February 12th, 1946, hours after being honorably discharged from the United States Army, he was attacked while still in uniform by South Carolina police as he was taking a bus home. Taking a bus home. After he served your illegitimate white asses who stole land from Native Americans. But I digress. You are really motherfucking sick individuals, and you're going to get your due. The attack and his injuries sparked national outrage and galvanized the citizens' rights movement in the United States. The attack left Woodward completely and permanently blind due to South Carolina's reluctance to pursue the case. President Harry S. Truman ordered a federal investigation. The police chief, Linwood Shull, was indicted and went to trial in federal court in South Carolina, where he was acquitted by an all-white jury. This is what is going to happen under Donald Trump and Democratic white supremacy to this woman that joins the club that I talked about before. Such miscarriages of justice by state governments influenced a move towards civil rights initiatives at a federal level. Truman subsequently established a national interracial commission, made a historic speech to the NAACP and the nation in June 1947, in which he described civil rights as a moral priority, submitted a civil rights bill to Congress in February 1948, and issued executive orders 9980 and 9981 on July 6, 1948, desegregating the armed forces and the federal government. Until his death, Isaac Woodward was still blind. Yay! White people said you couldn't lynch and blind black people. That's okay. Because as long as you are white, you have the privilege of peaceful protests. I am sorry that a white woman ended up dead. I'm very sorry. And I cannot say at this time, now you have a taste of what it is to be black. Her life is gone. If you still live as a white person, I don't care about your taste for blackness and how you feel about fearing walking out of your door in the United States of America. What I care about is defending the legacy of people like Isaac Woodard, Emmett Till, Dr. Martin Luther King, John Brown, John Lewis, and others. I and all of interracial America do not owe peaceful protest to anyone. What we owe you, so long as you stand down to fascism, is absolute rebellion, revolution, and retribution. This is the Woke Socialist Podcast. We are not here for your entertainment. We are here to preserve our black, brown, and red people in spite of you. Have a white day.